a talk on reducing plastic water bottle usage at the University of British Columbia. Over the past couple of years, there's been a big battle between plastic water bottles versus reusable water bottles, and with that comes the battle between bottled water versus tap water. Now, the big question I had for this project was, why are so many people still using plastic water bottles? And more importantly, why were they still using plastic water bottles? I decided to do my own research and went onto campus to talk to students to see what's so special about bottled water. So I did a water taste test where I took 1 cup of bottled water and 1 cup of tap water and asked the students to try them both and see if they could tell the difference. Well, with my data, I found that over half the students couldn't tell a difference between bottled water and tap water. So my next question was a very important one. It was, why do you use either A, a plastic water bottle, or B, a reusable water bottle? And I pooled the top 2 answers from both. So for the plastic water bottle, the most answered were convenience, and they were scared of tap water. And for the reusable water bottle, it was environmental impact and for affordability. So, of course, it's quite convenient to have a plastic water bottle. I mean, you go to the store, you buy the bottle, you drink the bottle, then you throw in the recycling, and hopefully not the garbage. Of course, reusable water bottles are quite convenient as well. I mean, you can carry them as they're portable around in your knapsack. You can use them over and over as they are washable and reusable. And you can fill them up almost anywhere around campus. Now we move on to those who have a fear of tap water. Some words that have been described as tap water are dirty, gross, unclean, polluted, and overall, it has a really bad stigma. Of course, tap water is not always an appropriate option for when we travel, for example, to some tropical destinations. But here in Vancouver, we have very clean and good tasting tap water that is safe to drink. So where does our tap water come from? It comes from the rainwater and snowmelt from our mountains to the Capilano and Seymour reservoirs, where it is then sent to the filtration plant to be filtered and purified, where it is tested over 136,000 times a year, and then it's sent off to UBC, where we drink it. Here's a fact that you probably did not know. Over 50% of bottled water comes from tap water, which raises the question, why do these companies make us want to be so scared of tap water? I can think of one. Maybe money? Still scared? If you bring a reusable bottle to school, you do not have to fill it up in the bathroom sink. There are filtered water stations all over campus, including 2 big ones in the sub. A big reason why students switch to a reusable bottle is the environmental impact plastic water bottles have. We have a beautiful environment around UBC, including the mountains, forests, and oceans, which need to be protected and preserved. So how do you get that bottle of water? Well, first they have to make the plastic bottle, clean and filter water, which then fills the bottle, package the bottles, transport these bottles to UBC, and then have you buy them. Seems like a lot of environmental cost for something that we can just turn the tap on for. That plastic water bottle takes 3 times the amount of water inside the bottle to just fill it up itself. The CO2 emissions that come from the factory, the place keeping them chilled, and the transportation of these bottles add up to a substantial environmental impact. So you're probably thinking, all these bottles are recycled, right? Nope. Studies show about 40 to 60% of plastic bottles are not recycled, and are either thrown in garbage or littered. These bottles then end up in the landfill, or worse, in our ocean. Affordability, a word that students love to hear. For a single bottle of water at a store, it will cost you $2 and last you once. For a usable bottle, it will cost you more, but it will last you forever. Well, at least a year or 2. And does it ever add up? While you are spending cents for a ton of tap water, you are spending dollars on a small amount of bottled water. Bottled water can be costing up to 1,000 times the amount of tap water. That's like going to a store and spending $2,000 for a pack of gum, or going to your favorite bar and paying $5,000 for a glass of beer. It just doesn't make sense. What doesn't make even more sense is that in some places, the cost of bottled water per liter can be equal to or even more than gasoline per liter. So why does UBC still sell so much bottled water? Why not stop? It comes down to one main issue once again: money. I just wanted to remind you once again that this video's message is not to ban plastic water bottles, but to reduce the amount used and switch to more eco and affordable methods of getting our water. What can you do? Switch to a reusable bottle and fill it up with either tap water or filtered water. If you do use a plastic water bottle, please recycle it. And finally, spread the word about the information you learned in this video to your friends, family, and whoever will listen. So let's all make the switch today and keep our earth clean. And with these changes, you can save lots of money to spend on things you really want, like textbooks, or maybe something else. Thank you very much for your time.